The world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is, without a doubt, beautiful. But it takes more than beauty for an open world to feel believable. Open worlds should feel like they would exist even if you never visited them. And a big key to making that illusion work is filling the world with convincing people. I'm not talking about the main characters, the speech makers, or the quest givers. I'm talking about everyone else, the background extras that fill in the gaps, the ones you barely even notice until you slow down and start paying attention to them. I've spent more time than I care to admit following these minor characters around in Red Dead Redemption 2. I like watching farmers work, carrying sacks and hay bales, tending to livestock, loading and unloading wagons. I love finding fellow hunters out in the wild, watching them carefully track their prey, then skinning the carcass or hauling it away. Sometimes I just follow people into town to see where they go, like this guy who is apparently shopping for a new picture frame. Even just spending a full day in a town doing nothing can be rewarding. One day in Blackwater, gusts of wind were driving huge clouds of dust through the town, and many of the locals commented on the windy weather. If you misbehave and get into a gunfight with the law, the town folk will comment on that too, chastising you about your behavior the next time you visit. These may be randomly generated characters with no names and only a few lines of dialogue, but they still manage to feel real and persistent. Speaking of misbehaving, after a gunfight one day, a posse showed up to investigate, and I bravely hid on a hill nearby until I lost my wanted level. When I wandered innocently back over, I saw a lawman loading the corpses onto their horses. I tailed one to see where he would take the body, though I lost him when a thunderstorm rolled in and I got attacked by a bear. Someday I'll figure out where they take all those bodies I keep piling up. Red Dead's minor characters aren't done perfectly, of course. I rescued a man from a gang after his wife flagged me down on the road, and after I killed the gang and untied the man, he thanked me and said he was going to find his wife.
Thank you. Those goddamn bastards deserve that and more. My wife. You seen my wife by any chance?
So I followed him, hoping to see their reunion. He just sort of rode around on trails for a while, but at one point he suddenly turned to me and said,
Do I know you? Why are you following me about the place?
Well, yes, you do know me. I shot 2 men in the head to save you about 5 minutes ago. But he seemed to have forgotten me, and after another 10 minutes or so of following him, it seemed like he'd forgotten his wife, too. That's okay, though. Even if they don't always lead me somewhere interesting, I still enjoy following Red Dead's NPCs around. They make the world feel less like a beautiful painting and more like a real place.